My name is Frank Walk. I'm a parent and I'm an artist. My son is a lot like I was when I was his age, just a daydreamer. But what we like to do as a family is DIY crafting, draw and paint, and we like to travel and explore. I never intended on being a father, and I was 27 at the time. I wanted to do right by him. My father left me. I didn't really know him. The moment he was born, I was just like, man, I don't know how my father left. I instantly was like, I couldn't leave this. So for me, it became everything. It changed my life. I just wanted to protect him and just be a good father and teach him to be a good human. When we found out that things had happened, I felt anger. I felt like I had failed, that I had let people down and disappointed them. Things felt surreal, but I never had a moment of disbelief because I knew that that's not something my son would joke about. When I found out because his mother found out first. She reached out to me and I immediately went to her house and we sat down as a family and had a conversation. Once we called police officers, they took a statement over the phone. They sent somebody out to take an in-person statement. They did whatever investigating they could on their end, and then it turned into, okay, what can be done? And that's what turned into conversations about Project Harmony. The very first time that we walked into the building, it was scary and nerve-wracking and emotional. But by the time we were done with our very first meeting with the family advocate, we knew we did the right thing. The receptionist was right there, super friendly, and had us sit and wait. Everyone that passed by was saying, hello, how are you? We weren't getting weird glances. People weren't staring at us and doing all those things that you envision in your head. In your head, you're like, everybody knows they're walking by and they're judging and they're staring at me, and that wasn't the case. It seemed like everyone went out of their way to smile and say hi. To have that warm, inviting welcome right off the bat is everything. We met with somebody, kind of explained the situation, talked about next steps. They were very understanding, compassionate, absolutely non-judgmental. And then they ended up pairing us with a crisis therapist. From that very first meeting, we had hope. We had a plan. We knew we were being heard. We knew we were being listened to. We knew what our next steps were. Things didn't get better for a long time, but there was a plan in place and we stuck with that plan. Then as we're talking to our friends and bringing up Project Harmony, everybody knows Project Harmony. Like, oh yeah, Project Harmony. They're just down the street on a 120th and Q, or oh yeah, my friend has gone through Project Harmony. It's okay to seek out places like Project Harmony and get help and be a better person and work through trauma. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong. It means you know there's a problem and you're addressing it. But Project Harmony is not here to judge. They're here to support. And if you can make it through the door, you're going to be in a better position for success. Through the family counseling, we really focused on communication and learning how to communicate better. Not that we weren't loving or communicating beforehand, but just doing better and being more understanding to the situation, because you can't know. You just can't know what's going through somebody's head. But being that pillar of support and love and compassion, telling your loved ones that you love them, hugging your family, and not being afraid to tell them that you miss them when you don't see them for a while. Those aren't things that were ever done for me, and I wish they were. And I didn't know how to express that. I didn't have male role models growing up. Those are the big silver linings, the big takeaways, is that I have that loving, caring relationship with my son that I wish I had. This is my book, Mason's Marvelous Mind. So the whole book is just all about him and his adventures and daydreaming and stories that he told me when he was a kid. In the early stages of trying to communicate with my son that he couldn't make eye contact or didn't want to. When he was able to get a piece of copy paper and just start doodling and just let his mind go, we could then have a conversation while he's distracting that part of his brain. As it progressed over the last year and a half, it became a project of my son's as well. It became both of us, and it was something to bond over and reminisce about old stories and then bring those to life, and it's been great. My son is now a teenage boy, so it's great. We have such a great relationship. My son is in ROTC, he's getting good grades. He's a good person, and it wouldn't be that way without Project Harmony. Wholeheartedly, it just wouldn't.